while this is a pandemic and we don't take it lightly at all, for us in higher education, especially in the mental health world, this is a teachable moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We teach our students how to handle clients in crisis.
Mm-hmm.
And we talk about trauma. We talk about natural disasters. We talk about man-made disasters. We talk about victimization. We talk about human trafficking, but we've never talked about pandemics.
Wow.
Now we're talking about the mental and physical health challenges that don't face an individual, don't face a nation, but affect the global society as a whole
world. Yeah.
That's unprecedented.
Yeah.
Hey ladies, welcome to another episode of the Front Burner Podcast, where we help mamas take their dreams, passions, and side hustles off the back burner, put them on the front burner, make money, and manage their households. I'm Nikki Willis, a Christ follower, wife, mom of 3, and an entrepreneur who started with nothing but my kids' toys and turned it into a 6-figure business. I'm a self-proclaimed anti-supermom, and each week I'll challenge you with my stories, tips, hacks, and a little bit of humor to make sure you put yourself on the front burner. Why? Because the world needs what you've got cooking. So honey, this is officially part of your me time regimen. Relax, listen up, and let's get started.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Front Burner Podcast. I am Nikki Willis, and as you can see, I have a guest with me. This is someone very special and very near and dear to my heart, and she's beautiful. Why? Because I look like her. It is my mommy, Dr. Jacqueline Smith. Hi, Mom. Say hi to everybody.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. So glad to be here today.
So, as you guys know, I am doing a series all week. I'm putting out a podcast every day on talking about the coronavirus pandemic, how to navigate through that, how to navigate managing your household, and how to navigate managing your business. And each day has been one aspect of that, or maybe a combination of that. So today, I want to talk about our mental health. Yes, honey, I know. Listen, y'all probably been at the house for a couple of days with these children. Come on now. And it is probably getting a little crazy right now. But in all seriousness, I want to talk about mental health. And I knew no other person to talk to bring on to the podcast than none other than the OG mompreneur herself, my mama, Jacqueline Smith. So, I know I'm extra. They all know I'm extra, so it's okay. So, couple things. If you haven't joined the Front Burner Tribe Facebook group, make sure you go to Facebook. You can search it, Front Burner Tribe, and that would be the Facebook group. It's a private group for mompreneurs where we are posting in there every day. Some people post quotes, some people post questions. I'm posting in there every day about tips and hacks and tricks for your business, your household, for marriage. And, we are growing by leaps and bounds. So make sure that you go head on over there, join the tribe. The conversation usually heads over there after I've posted a podcast. So I want more and more people involved and engaged and communicating and uplifting and connecting with each other. So definitely mompreneurs, head on over there. Also, as you can see, I have some swag. I'm wearing some swag. And the Front Burner Tribe officially has these shirts for sale. So you can head on over to my website, nikkywillis.com, click on shop and click on merch, and you can find these in black. They're in gray. I also have the logo in full color with the white t-shirt. I've got U-neck, I've got V-neck, I've got t-shirts for our curvy women friends out there, because listen, we want the shirt to fit correctly. Amen. Okay, so make sure you head over there and do that. And I think that's all my announcements. So right now I'm going to introduce my mom. Mom, I'm going to run the spiel down. I'm going to give everybody the spiel, and I pretty much committed to memory, but you can always correct me if you want to. So Dr. Jacqueline Smith, she is used to be a professor and chair and program director at Northern Kentucky University. She is now the chair and program director at Regent University
Correct.
in Virginia.
Right.
You have been a private practice owner as well. That's why I call her my OG mompreneur, because you were my first mompreneur example that I saw. And oh my goodness, y'all, seriously, real life story. Like, I saw my mom start her own business, and I watched her get her doctorate degree. I watched her. We were a part of the study. We were putting envelopes
You sure
together.
were. You
for
sure
the study
did.
for your dissertation.
I guess I had to give you a little bit of that degree, don't I?
I'll take a little bit. But that's why I say it's a family thing. Like when women start their businesses, when mommies start their businesses, it's good to get the family involved. It's good to get the children involved. I feel, I'm obviously most proud to be mommy, but I feel such a responsibility to help and to be involved. And when you
and hopefully you felt connected.
And I did.
You felt connected to part of that degree, because you knew that you were part of that investment.
I totally do. It's funny too, because I met another doctor. She'd earned her doctorate, and she's like, "Oh no, she's like, you can call me by my first name." I said, "Oh no, you've earned that thing. You have earned that thing. I know what it takes to get a doctorate, to go through a dissertation." So that's why, and mommy, we call you Dr. Smith up in here, because you have earned that degree. And you have a degree in, well, your undergrad degree is in
believe it or not, music therapy.
I was right. Music
you
therapy.
were right.
Then you got your master's in
rehabilitation counseling.
And then you have you got your doctorate in counseling education.
Counselor education and supervision.
Counselor education and supervision. Bam.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, you remember.
Everything to memory. Okay. And so those are her receipts, y'all. So my mom has her real doctorate, and she plays zero games. She teaches the best of the best. She produces the best of the best counselors. Again, she's had her own private practice. She does supervision. What else do you do, Mom? You do so many things.
Yeah, I do so many things. and when I'm not doing those things, I also teach sign language for people who do volunteer interpreting. So yeah. And I enjoy being a grandma.
Yeah, can y'all believe that? I know, right? She's a grandma. We call her Nani. I'm just so proud. I'm beaming. My cheeks hurt because I'm so proud.
Both of our cheeks hurt because I'm beaming too. I am beaming too. And so proud to see I was there when Party Sitters was born.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the birth of Party Sitters, and now I'm looking at the birth of the Front Burner Tribe, and I couldn't be prouder. I couldn't be prouder. I saw you when you got your MA. I hooded you when you got your MA.
Yes, tons of pictures. People were taking all kinds of pictures. We made it on the NKU advertisements and everything. It was
sure did. Because why? A degree is a family thing.
It really is. It really truly is. So we have gone through a lot together. We've seen a lot of triumph, and
we got history.
I come from a strong line of women in my family.
You are right.
Strong. So
your aunt's an entrepreneur.
I'm not gonna get mushy. Because I feel myself getting mushy.
We both won't get mushy. How about that?
Okay, we both won't get mushy. Cool. So back to mental health. I brought you on because I want to talk about this pandemic, what it is doing. I know people are now using the word crisis. And so I want to talk about, what that means. And Mom, I know you've got wisdom and nuggets to drop. So I've got my notebook and my pencil or my pen. I'm ready to take notes. But let's start from what you're doing now. And I know, like, right now you're in academia. You're teaching at Regent. What Before this pandemic outbreak and what happened and what has happened now, what were you doing before this whole thing, as far as teaching and as far as what you were instructing your counselors to do?
Thank you, Nikki. That's a good place to start, because before this pandemic broke out, we were just doing life as usual. My faculty were teaching their classes. I was teaching my classes. I'm teaching classes online as well as on campus, meeting with students in my office, one-on-one, privately, supervising, and life was just going on as usual. We went into spring break, and while we were in spring break, that's when the news of this pandemic hit. And some of the universities immediately closed their doors.
Right.
But our university was one of the last to decide that we wanted to start moving into a more virtual service delivery for our programs. And so that's when I, as the department chair, had to start communicating with faculty about how to talk to their students so that their students, who are future counselors, could talk to their clients. And again, while this is a pandemic and we don't take it lightly at all, for us in higher education, especially in the mental health world, this is a teachable moment.
Yeah.
We teach our students how to handle clients in crisis. And we talk about trauma. We talk about natural disasters. We talk about man-made disasters. We talk about victimization. We talk about human trafficking, but we've never talked about pandemics.
Wow.
Now we're talking about the mental and physical health challenges that don't face an individual, don't face a nation, but affect the global society as a whole.
World. Yeah.
That's unprecedented.
Yeah. I love how you said it's a teachable moment, because yesterday or earlier this week, I posted just about, at this point, like, you're going to have to give yourself and your family some grace here, because this stuff as far as our lifetime, it's unprecedented. We've never dealt with anything like that. And so we have to give ourselves some grace here. What are you seeing or maybe witnessing as far as when you see, people are in crisis? Like, what as counselors are you seeing? Or is that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fair question, because again, as in the counseling community, I'll say in the mental health community, because it doesn't just refer to counselors. We're talking about anybody who's delivering mental health services. So that could be a school counselor, a marriage and family therapist, a social worker, even a psychologist or a psychiatrist. We spend a lot of time tooling and teaching our students and our future clinicians how to deal with trauma. So that's the framework that we have to understand pandemics. Crisis, trauma. And what we understand about crisis and trauma is that people don't know what to do. And so they use the coping skills and the coping mechanisms that they use to solve everyday stresses and strains. And when a crisis or a trauma or a pandemic, such as what we're doing now, presses against those everyday coping skills, For some people, their coping skills aren't going to be strong enough to manage the stress and the anxiety that a challenge like this brings to them. And so that's what we're telling our students. Start from what we know.
Okay.
And what we know is that crisis and trauma bring stress.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's evident at this point. You can see, people are visibly stressed out. They are, they're panicking. You and I were just talking about, I'm pulling out and I'm seeing, people standing outside of grocery stores. I mean, it's like, people are completely stressed out. And
well, let's talk about,
let
me interrupt you a bit. What do people normally do when they get stressed?
Oh,
they eat.
They eat. I was going to say
sleep.
They sleep. Yeah.
They use alcohol.
Yeah.
Some people will go out into nature and take walks. Mm-hmm. People, they go to their friends and their family. And so all of these things now have been threatened. Mm-hmm. And so what's the backup system when you can't go and spend time with your loved ones?
Right, exactly.
You're worried about your loved ones if they're elderly. Yeah. You can't just run up and get some fast food, which we know it's not good for us, but it's comfort food. And now we can't sit in a restaurant. We have to take our food to go.
Yes.
What can we do?
Right.
That's why we're seeing the long lines, because people are like, well, I got to get food. And when we look in the carts and the baskets, a lot of people aren't buying
the healthy stuff.
Right. They're buying comfort food. They're buying alcohol.
Yes.
Because that's how they deal with crisis and stress.
Yeah. I see a lot of people like making jokes and things like that. Like, this would be or somebody said they're going on a liquid diet and it's, all alcohol. And I mean, these are things that we make in jest or we joke about, but there are some people that's their coping mechanism. And
humor is a coping mechanism.
Oh, wow.
And so that's why people are joking. They are minimizing this situation so that they can deal with it. Right. And so if I can laugh about it, if I can joke about it, then I can handle it. So that's why we see a lot of the jokes and the minimizing. Mm-hmm. I mean, how can you minimize something that has impacted the entire globe?
Exactly.
That's serious.
That is. So how do we, what are some ways that we can cope in a healthy way or manage our mental health in a healthy way while we're in these, some of us are on lockdown for 24 hours and all this.
Yeah.
Things are changing every day. So how can we, what are some ways that we can help in a healthy way?
First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to one of the proactive measures that the CDC has told us. And they're telling us social isolation. And so what I'm going to say is physical social isolation, not emotional social isolation.
That's good.
Talk to your family and friends on FaceTime. FaceTime, again, we are blessed with technology that we didn't have when H1N1 came out. We didn't have this level of technology. Today, we've got FaceTime. So yes, social distance, but make it physical social distance.
Correct.
Not relational isolation.
Yes.
And I would love for the CDC to say something like that, that we need to stay connected. Mm-hmm. Social support is so important when people are feeling afraid or stressed or anxious. Mm-hmm. Spend time with your loved ones. I was really excited to see, because as you know, your grandfather, my father, is in a nursing home.
Right.
And one of the things that the personnel did there was they said that they're setting up FaceTime so that family members could visit with their loved ones. And I thought, now that's healthy coping.
Yep. That's
so good. A wonderful example of being social, physically,
Yeah,
socially distant, but relationally connected. So that's the number one thing, is stay connected.
Okay.
The second strategy that I want to share with the burner tribe is to recognize that your feelings are valid and they are real. Don't dismiss your feelings. If you're feeling afraid, this is a time of fear.
Yeah.
If you're feeling anxious, nervous, these upset, stress, these are all normal reactions in a pandemic situation. This is, as you said, this is unprecedented.
It really truly is.
Many of our generations have not experienced anything like this. So our emotional reactions are normal. And I want to take the time right now to validate those and say, allow yourself the time and the space to feel those feelings.
That's so good, Mom.
And express them. Let's express them. Yes. So again, sitting down with someone you feel safe with, and to talk about those feelings. If you don't have those persons, this is the time to get out that journal.
Okay.
Get out that journal and write and write and write. Not only that, if you can't get a piece of paper, then talk them out. There are many places that you can record stuff, delete, and record again. So you can get up every morning and say, "Good morning, world. Are you still Are you still revolving around the sun?
Listen, yeah.
I'm feeling afraid today."
Yeah.
Or, "World, I ran out of toilet paper.
Listen.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to wipe with my newspaper. I'm afraid I'm going to have to go outside and get some leaves to clean my hiney."
Oh, wow.
Express those feelings. And what we want to say is get them out. Get them out. A lot of people think them internally, and we don't realize that in that internal thinking and processing of feelings, it's not good for you.
That's not healthy. That's so good, Mom, because I talk about, the whole anti-super mom in Front Burner Tribe, and we always try to be the strength and the backbone of our family. And so here we are absorbing everyone else's feelings. Everybody's coming to us and listening to us, and then we have to make sure, and we have to remain strong and all this stuff. And we don't have an outlet. We as moms and as business owners, I mean, some of us, with employees who are stressed out, and they're coming to us with their problems, and they don't want to be laid off and all this stuff. And we have to handle all of these pieces. And then we don't think, we're saying, okay, we have to remain calm. We have to, we can't get dramatic right now or whatever.
That sounds so painful.
Yeah, but I love how you're saying, no, your feelings are valid too. That is so good. We have to be anti-super mom. Just be a great mom right now. Just be a great mom and acknowledge our feelings. Like, I need to get my journal out.
Yep, be a great mom, be a great employer, be a great employee, be a great grandmother, be a great auntie, be a great sister, but get those feelings out.
Yeah, we don't have to be super women right now.
No, be normal women.
Yeah, that's so good. Okay, keep going, Mom, keep going.
Okay, the third thing that I want to encourage your tribe to do is to get accurate information.
Come on now.
Can I just take a minute to say that as wonderful as technology and the internet is, everybody and their mama is posting stuff up.
Everybody.
Stay away from illegitimate sites.
Yes.
Stay away. This may be a good time for a Facebook break.
Come on.
With the exception of Face Burner Tribe. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Because this is the place where you're getting accurate information.
Ooh, say that, Mom.
Stay away from that. If you're going to get information from the website, make sure you're getting it from the CDC.
Yeah.
Make sure all of the sites that you're looking at are reputable.
Yes.
And 1 hour of news, television is a day. The day is enough.
That's it. I agree.
It's enough.
I so agree.
Because you're not just getting bombarded with information, you're getting bombarded with the dramatic way that newscasters have to deliver information
Yes.
to get it to get you to stay on their station. And so the person doesn't say, they don't say there have been a number of deaths. They go, there's been a number of deaths all over the place. And you get caught up in that drama. And that's going to increase your stress. So 1 hour of, if you ask me, I'd say 30 minutes a day is enough.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with 30 minutes. That's what I said. I had posted earlier, get what you need and get out. Get what you need and get out. There is marketing padded in behind all of this. They want you to they want to get their viewership up. They want you to stay on. They want you to, the more you stay on, the more money they make. So it's a marketing thing.
So sadly, but it is.
Exactly. So they will choose the most outlandish titles. They will choose the most outlandish statistics. They will choose the most outlandish things to say to get you staying in and plugged in and tuned into them all day long. Get what you need and get out.
Yes. Thank you for telling them that. That is so important.
Yep.
But again, stay connected.
Yeah.
Make sure that you're getting accurate information from your work sources. That, if you working somewhere, don't let Susie tell you what a boss told me.
Oh yeah.
Get it straight from the horse's mouth. Get it straight from the horse's mouth. This is not the time to deal with gossip. He said, she said. Get it straight from the horse's mouth. If your hours have been cut, if you're not supposed to be at work, get it straight from the horse's mouth.
That's good.
Any information about your children and their schoolwork, get it straight from the school, not from JoJo's mama, because JoJo's mama may not value education like you do.
Right.
You get the information. Communicate with the schools directly yourselves. And while I'm talking about that, can I just take a minute to talk about, since we're talking to the tribe here, and many of the people in the tribe are mamas.
Come on.
Okay, mamas, I'm going to tell you right now.
Talk to us, Mom.
You got to manage your children's stress. How do you manage your children's stress? Talk to them. Check in with your children every day and ask them, ask them what they're hearing. Monitor what they're hearing and watching in the internet, in the news. Monitor it. Because children don't have the intellectual capacity or the emotional capacity to deal with things that adults can. So they need even less information than you're getting.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
I'm sorry, mamas, but you and daddies, aunties, uncles, and grandmas are going to have to help these children keep up with their education. And while you may not be able to understand all the work in the packet, there's nothing to stop you from sitting down and reading with your children.
So true.
There's nothing like playing a game of hangman.
Exactly. Break out Scrabble, do something to help spelling.
Switch to educational entertainment.
Yeah. Cooking together.
Those skills up. There you go. I can tell you the difference between measurement. If you put a half a cup in water versus a cup of water. I made that mistake the other week. Sauce wasn't good. So again, spend that time with them. Spend that time with those children. So now to get back to my stressors, because here's a coping skill that works for children as well as adults. Okay. And that is stay with your normal routine as much as possible. Okay, this is not the time to sleep longer hours or to stay up later. Try to maintain as much of a normal day-to-day schedule as possible. Keep routine. That's one of the things that we tell anybody, especially people who may have a weakened mental system. Okay. Routine is key. Routine is key. And again, for children, routine is key. Don't let your kids sleep all day and have breakfast at 2:00 in the afternoon. Breakfast is morning time, and then at lunchtime, have lunch or a small snack, and then and keep that dinner time regular. Having a regular, healthy routine is the most positive thing you can do to manage stress. Okay, so eating healthy, exercising. If you usually go to the gym in the morning and you don't want to go to the gym because there's more than 100 people there,
right?
I promise you, your floor will support some sit-ups and push-ups.
Right.
I'm sorry, I am Nikki's mother.
Yeah,
so.
Listen.
I'm gonna go there.
Don't you sound just like me, y'all?
I just had to put that in there.
You right, Mom. You right.
Because people will say, "Oh, I only go to the gym." You can run around your kitchen table if you want to. You can jog around that kitchen table. You can jog around it, and the kids can skip around it. There you go.
Yes. So good.
But those are the things that we talk about when we talk about managing stress, because that's what we know from our work with trauma.
Okay.
That's what we know. And we know that these are the things that work.
Okay.
These are the things that work.
Okay.
What else do I want to say? Again, just talk to people. Don't emotionally isolate. No, that is going to be key in this time of social distancing.
Wow. Mom, see y'all? I told y'all. I told you.
Okay, I got one more.
Go ahead, Mom. Just go.
Because I want to give a shout out to those individuals who may be having mental health services. Okay. First of all, I want to say kudos to you, because I know for a fact that people will go to the dentist and they'll go to the eye doctor, but they won't go to a counselor. So first of all, my hat's off to you, because you realize the importance of good emotional and mental and behavioral health. Yes. So kudos, hats off to you. Don't give it up. So if you are concerned about going out to see your counselor, call your counselor and ask, are they providing any telehealth care? A lot of our counselors now are getting special training, and the mental health department, the Department of Health and Human Services, is making some allowances so that counselors can get up to speed to provide telehealth care. So they're out there, they're getting that training. We have to make sure that we provide you the same level of confidentiality that we provide for you in the office. Right. And so ask your counselor, are they using, and here's a word for you, HIPAA compliant. Ask your counselor if they are using HIPAA compliant platforms, because that will provide you that same level of confidentiality that you get in the office. HIPAA so don't stop seeing your counselor. Okay. HIPAA That's compliant.
That's so good, because people, and especially I feel like people are going to need more counseling.
We're tooling up. We are tooling up.
There's going to be an influx in people that need counseling, and having the HIPAA compliant platforms where counselors can safely and effectively and be in compliance with the government and service their clients. That is wonderful. So no excuse if you want.
No excuse. Find yourself a quiet, private place so that your family is not going to disturb you, and have your counseling session.
Yeah. Yes. Mom, I'm so excited right now. Okay.
I want to make sure that the burner tribe is healthy. I want to make sure that front burner tribe is healthy, and that they're managing their stress.
Yes.
Managing it.
Managing your stress, your mental health. We want to make sure you are mentally healthy. It is so important to be physically and mentally healthy. That's why I brought her on, y'all. Y'all see? Y'all see. Okay, Mommy, just to kind of recap on the things that you said, and you said so much, and I was so involved, I forgot to write, so I had to write my things down. But you definitely said you meant physical isolation, but not emotional and relational isolation. Don't, make sure you're connecting relationally.
Mhm.
You also said our feelings are valid, and
Mhm.
we need to find ways to acknowledge them and to get them out and to express them. We can either talk, we can journal, which I love. We can use our phone and record, but some way to as an outlet to express our feelings, which I absolutely
Uh,
love.
and add on there, you can draw them out.
Oh, draw.
You can dance them out.
Come on.
There's so many ways to express feelings. And
Yes.
you're talking to a music therapist, so
Right. So there's a music
thought I'd
therapy
just
part.
share a couple things with you.
Exactly. Limit our news media intake.
Oh,
Mom
please.
says, Dr. Smith says 30 minutes. That's about all you need. Between 30 minutes to an hour. That's
Mm-hmm.
about all you need. Get what you need and get out.
Mm-hmm.
Keep as far as our children, we have to manage their stress. Moms, we know what we need to do. We need to, talk to them, check in with them, do pulse checks. But daily pulse checks. But then you said also keep their daily routine. Keep their daily
Absolutely.
routine. I'm so
You
bad.
took good notes.
I'm trying to. I'm trying. Well, I put a star by that because I'm like, oh Lord, my kids will stay up super late, so I need to make sure that they keep their daily routine as if they were going to school.
Yes.
Come on, somebody, remember
Yes.
that was for me. And then, and then counseling. Don't skip out on counseling. If you need counseling, if you need help, contact your counselors, your local counselors, and see if they're offering HIPAA compliant counseling services.
There you go.
Go me. Yes, yes, yes. Mom, this has been so awesome, so amazing. Some people might want to reach out to you for you to come and speak, or for you to present. My mom is an excellent facilitator. She also does workshops. So if you want her to, well, when this whole pandemic is over, if you want her to come,
Yeah, I'm not moving right now, everybody.
to your city, yeah, or obviously, listen, my mommy is tech savvy. She can do a webinar if you'd like, and facilitate from right where she is.
Sure can.
How can they reach you?
They can reach me at my email address, which is drjrsmith1@gmail.com. That is drjrsmith1@gmail.com.
Yay! Oh, mommy, thank you so much for coming on here.
Can I say thank you for acknowledging and recognizing the importance of mental health and allowing me the privilege and the opportunity to share with your tribe. It has been a pleasure. It has been an honor, and I don't take it lightly. Thank you so much.
Aw, I love you so much, Mom. Do y'all
I
love my
you
mama too? Y'all go ahead and tell her you love her. Just use the hashtag Go Dr. Smith, and I will make sure that she sees it. Use that hashtag Go Dr. Smith. If you loved what you heard today, make sure that you review the podcast. Make sure you give us 5 stars. We want 5 stars. Screenshot this. Put it on your stories. Make sure people go and listen to it, especially mompreneurs out there. We're here to support. We're here to serve. And this has been such a great episode. Thank you so much, Mommy, for joining us. I will put your contact information in the show notes. So if you guys want to contact her, to facilitate or do a workshop or come and speak to your women, you can definitely do that. All right. Well, this has been another Front Burner podcast. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I will see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.